So this is what I need. I need these bolt holes. So I'm going to chop here. So welcome to Project Driveway. If anyone can understand that, if it's even right. That was pretty smart of me, wasn't it?
You gonna tell them what it said?
Oh, it said welcome to Project Driveway. I didn't explain a bit of context that I missed out. So, Friday, sun's out, about time. We got the top mount to go in finally. So this episode, we can put the top mount on, which what I have to do, I do have my, to get a braided clutch line from HEL, or HEL, that I received that, so that can go on, that's pretty easy. And I still need to, I need to modify one of the brackets, if you've seen 2 episodes ago. I've just got to fix up the actual mounting point, like, it's the right length and everything, just the mounts. But still, you got to make it correctly. If you weld in the wrong place, it's going to knock everything out. So I do a little bit of adjusting, a little bit of grinding, a little bit of welding. And it should be on. Oh, I've got to bleed the clutch too, so yeah, that's going to be fun. Oh, I've got to get fluid for that too. Forgot about that. So, let's get putting this clutch line on. It's blue! Wow, it's very similar. So, braided line, clutch line to the slave cylinder. What a braided line achieves, doesn't make sense, but heat helps with if it gets hot, rubber expands, braided doesn't. Strength, durability, and it's cool looking. Crush washer, brand new banjo, look at that. Did we get stickers? And we got some stickers. Oh, they're cool ones. They're die cuts. They're not the stupid plastic ones. And they come with torque settings, which is sick because I'm pretty sure their banjo bolt is aluminium, which is a lot softer than steel. So they want minimum 14 foot-pounds, maximum 24 foot-pounds.
Foot-pounds?
Yeah, I like foot-pounds.
Foot-pounds.
So that helps when it gives you a guidance. You don't... Because if you watched our earlier episode where Pat put braided brake lines on, we snapped one of his banjo bolts because we tightened it too much. I can't get it back in. So yeah, this goes from there down to there. Pretty easy. So first things first, I'm going to put this on, and then we can put the top mount on. Yeah. With crush washers, one crush washer underneath the banjo and one above the banjo, not together or underneath. So the eyelet would be between those crush washers. Thank fuck for that. Yeah.
You got grinding?
Yeah.
I got some stuff to do.
Is Blake getting on grinder?
Oh.
No.
No. Are you showing the people the rap or just
Got the top mount on. The little pipe. That was so hard. But that's lining up with one of the mounts. Where is it?
Show him how stiff it is.
Yeah, but like,
Show him how stiff it is.
it's not moving. It's
That's
not
actually flexing the mount.
So I'm gonna make the other mount anyway, just in case. But like, actually, we don't even need it. I need to find something to plug in there, like a bolt or something, or even
intake air 10 cents.
Yeah, I was about to say all that.
Speed density.
I put the clutch line on, and I'll take a photo later because that top mount's a prick to get on. And what I'm gonna do now. So this is what I need. I need these bolt holes. So I'm gonna chop here, and then, as you can see with this mount, that doesn't really line up, like as you can see. So chop the bit we do want, and then chop the bit where it meets up with the other one, and weld it. And hopefully that works. If not, it's getting yeeted.
I'm so yeeting it. I'm the one that's yeeting it. I wanted to yeet something since like the first time I came here.
Why you do this for?
Yeah, over there on Pebble.
You done?
Huh?
You done?
What?
What are you doing?
Cut before the line. You want to cut. You don't want to cut too much. Spicy. Fuck, I'm a dumbass. Eyes. I think we're good. Alright, well, I tried to do it off the car because I didn't want to do it on the car, but we botched it like 4 times, so. And let's hopefully this tack doesn't break as I take it off, because I'll be fucking mad, man. Thanks, Cal.
No worries, mate.
Sick!
Cobbler?
No, neat no. Access 4.
Yeet! Oh, fuck.
I'm the type to get shit done. You the type to observe. Marshmallows on my speakers. So today's November.
Yeah, Blackie! You are now Big Blackie!
Bro, why is your front mount on your top?
What do you mean, bro?
His front mount is on the top of his engine.
Respect the same.
Marshmallows on my speakers. But today's November 23rd.
Alright, so I got a headache, and everyone's hungry and grumpy, but we got that other bracket, welded up. It's a bit fucking heat yarn, but it's fitting how it is now. That silicon fits. I accidentally cut too much off that one. I got to fix up a silicon from the blow-off valve, but it's on. I got to plug this hole up somehow. But that's kind of the most of that. I've still got to bleed the clutch, so I think I'll do that tomorrow. I'll go get some brake fluid, do that. I can paint the other bracket, the one we welded up. But other than that's turbo silicon and the blow-off valve, it's kind of done, surprisingly. Oh, I gotta do the shroud. Splitter shroud, whatever you want to call it. I gotta do that shit, so. I'll be back tomorrow once I've got some food into me and not a headache. What do you reckon about that?
Food sounds good.
Turbo Honda.
Yeah, Honda sounds good too. It's the next day. It's so much hotter today. So I've been tinkering around in there. I got the blow valve to fit with a bit of movement and persuasion. I got a pipe on there. It's not happy, but it's on. What else have I got to do? I want to paint that mount we welded up yesterday so it doesn't rust, and clean it up because there's some boogers on it. And I need to bleed the clutch, which is going to suck ass because I got to take the top mount back off to do it. And then
What's up?
I've got an audience apparently.
What's up?
Project
Hey, you hear that?
fan.
It's bedtime.
Bedtime.
Yeah.
Subaru clutches are a little bit different to bleed than your normal everyday clutch bleed. What sucks about them is because the actual bleed point is below the reservoir or wherever else you're trying to bleed from, which is really stupid. So if you're planning on doing it that way, it's never going to work ever, ever, ever. So you need to either unbolt, well, because I got the GD bullcrap on there now, I can't even do that. You've got to unbolt the slave cylinder from the gearbox and manually do it by hand or with a clamp, because that will be your highest point, which is so dumb. I don't know why they did it, but we're going to do that. Alright, so just had a prime step 3, had a bit of lunch, had a bit of a rest, I got some energy now. So I got the top mount off. I need to get the slave cylinder off because, as you see, it's down there, and air wants to travel up and the fluid wants to go down, but what you want to get out is the air, but it's pretty stupid when it's down there. Stupid! So we're going to get the slave cylinder out and bring it up at around about this high, higher than the reservoir, so the air goes up.
And then pump.
Yeah. And yeah. Wiki, wiki, wiki. So I got the slave out. As you see, the nipple all the way at the back. So where we are now is better when we hold it up. But what we have to do, this is the little thingamabob on the slave that pushes the clutch fork forward and backwards. So because when you push that clutch pedal in, this thing's going to want to go out. So we've got to get a clamp and hold it back to give it a bit of pressure. So when you pump the clutch, this doesn't pop out, and that we have the nipple up as high as we can. So I'll get a clamp and set this up. Alright, I had a bit of a shower underneath the tap. So we've got a little contraption. We have got the clamp. We've got the clamp holding a bit of pressure on the slave. Hopefully that doesn't pop off. We've got a bottle with dirty brake fluid in there with our line, so it can't really suck air back in as easy. It is higher than the reservoir. I can lift it up a little bit more. So Cameron's going to get in the car. Not yet. I'm going to tell you what to do. So when I say pump on the clutch, completely in, completely out, in. At the very start, it's going to get stuck, so you might need to do it by hand. Yeah. So just do that until it gets pressurized. Hold it. Don't let go. Hold as hard as you can. It's going to hurt after a while.
Yeah, and then
I'm going to crack the bleeder, but not for very long, because if you do it for too long, you're going to lose the pressure. So you crack it for like a second and a half. Doesn't matter if all the air doesn't come out, just a little bit, and close it off again. Always remember to keep your reservoir topped up, because if that goes low and you run out, you're doing the whole thing again. So yeah, you hop in the car and make sure you can hear me. I'm going to top up this reservoir, and I think we can start. Hold it. Alright, pump. I don't know how well this fucking clamp is going to hold. It's flexing it.
Yeah?
The whole thing is flexing, like. Recap. So, phone just went off. So, it's been a long night. It's gotten dark. That's how late it is now. I'm very sweaty. It's hot in this garage. But what I have done, so I think the last time you seen me, I was bleeding the clutch with it out, and we broke the clamp. If you didn't know, we ended up buying a new bigger one, which just didn't work. So we ended up bolting it back to the gearbox and bleeding it from there. We ended up getting it, I think, okay. I haven't test driven it yet. I think okay. We ended up, well, Cam brought up a good point. The silicon pipe that doesn't meet the turbo, we pulled it as much as we can down, which helped like a couple of mil, but if it's a couple mil, that works. We did that. I bolted the top mount back up and put the strut brace back on, reset the ECU, so hopefully it all starts and drives. I fucking hope so, man. That thing is actually a prick to take on and off, but I've got to do it anyway when I get new silicon pipes and shit. I've got to figure out what I need to get. So, I've completely forgot about the splitter, but oh well, not tonight. But, oh yeah, and I blocked that hole up with a stupid long bolt, but should be right. But, pray for the test drive, or else I'm going to crack the poopies and pack it up for tonight, because that's nuts. But anyway, you'll see how I go in next week's episode of Project Driveway. But thank you for watching this episode. If you did like,
Comment. Let us know how we did.
shut up, Cameron. Who are you, Pat?
Yes. I'm Paddy. That's Cameron out there. What?
Stance boy.
Cameron. Dance boy.
You're Cameron
Get in
now. But if you did like this episode, make sure you do leave a like, comment on how we did, and subscribe if you want some more. Check out the Facebook, check out the Instas, check out the store with some goodies on there.
Goodies.
Good.
Good goods. Lots of good goods.
What's your inspiration for today's episode?
Top mount.
Okay. What did you think about today's episode?
I haven't watched it. I lived it.
You're so inspirational.